If you look at what most would consider slop titles from the last decade, you'll notice that more recently the slop genre has trended toward generic fantasy and isekai, usually something titled like In Another World with whatever. And while there are some gems, most of it is just the same cookie-cutter premise with one minor difference. But today, we're not here to talk about the modern slop. No, instead, we'll be looking at the slop of my childhood, Magical Child Soldiers. If you've seen one of these, you can probably guess the plot of like 5 more. Awesome cool main character guy enrolls in some like magical military academy, where everybody has like the ability to summon like weapons or do magic, or sometimes it's like a mech. They usually use them to either fight each other or some like droves of whatever CGI asset the writers have cooked up. They do like one big conflict near the end to use the rest of the budget up, and then the series is over. After only like 12 episodes. While the like 2 light novel readers are like, guys, you can start at volume 4. I won't be starting at volume 4. And Qualidea Code is almost no different. All the bones are there. Magical military school, check. Droves of CGI enemies, got 'em. Very edgy main cast, present. Except Qualidea Code does something a little different. It tries to have a plot of its own. You see, very early in the main story, the main girl, Canaria, dies. It dies in quotes, we find out she's fine later. Even though, like, how the hell does anyone survive this? The thing that captures her erased the ground. There's no world where it has, like, enough shock absorption to not, like... She should be splattered over, like, the next 50 miles. Anyway, but for, like, half the show, she's gone. And we think she's dead. We get to see how that loss affects the main cast. It mostly just drives this guy insane. But still, they try to do something there. And after her death, you know, strange things start to happen. New invaders appear, they're humanoid, I wonder what that means. And they came from the sky instead of the sea. The kids start getting, like, captured. The head of Kanagawa has, like, a really cool last stand. Before eventually realizing that, oh, maybe something's wrong with what's going on here. And then her right hand also figures it out. And, like, sends a cryptic message to the sniper guy. That the world is fake or whatever. And then they disappear. Well, like, what do you mean the world is fake? I mean, all these nice people took them in and woke them up from cold sleep so they could fight the unknown. Right? Like, they've been nothing but kind. And then in the next episode, the Chiba guy almost gets assassinated by one of the adults. And then the world looks strange. And finally it gets revealed that the unknown they've been fighting this whole time have been real humans, and the actual unknown are the adults who woke them up. Ooh! Well, actually, only the last 2 battles had real humans. I guess they didn't want to address the PTSD-sized elephant in the room as soon as the reveal is made. But good news is, Canaria is fine, everyone else is a-okay. Now they can fight the real unknown. And at this point, it does jump the shark. It's a the Johannes army is really funny. Like, it's obviously over the top, but it did make me laugh. And everyone in the show takes it seriously, so I give it the pass just a little bit. Anyway, they all go back to kill the dad who stepped up and his alien wife. There was some more melodrama. Portal closes, everybody stays in the military and lives happily ever after at the end. And honestly, just trying to have its own plot with actual twists got me, the first time I saw it for a little bit at least, set it apart from most of its peers. And it even has a proper ending. Seeing one of these end is like insane, instead of just like being like, well guys, we might get a season 2 if you make us enough money. It tried to do something different, and I respect the hell out of it for that. If only they didn't blow their whole budget on 2 Lisa openings and 2 Garnadelia endings. That's like getting 2013 LeBron on your basketball team. Like, they used all of their money. Had they used it to actually make it look good, maybe it would have been a little better. Because they start using budget-saving shots early, and the CG sure is mid-2010s anime. The Lisa songs are bangers though, even though they sound like every other Lisa song. OST is also pretty good. It's very 2010s. It's like a bunch of like techno, synth, you know. Overall, I'd give Qualidea Code like a 7.5. In slop terms, it's like a 10. It's a fun afternoon waster, but as an actual show, it's just kind of alright. Anyway, next week I'll be taking my 1 break this year because I'm moving and won't have Wi-Fi for a couple days. But in 2 weeks, we'll be looking at Patema Inverted. And until then, I'm a man who will not be questioning how Johannes is still young after 30 years, out of fear for my family's safety. And this has been Qualidea Code. Thanks for watching.